Get out the insurance cards, get out the copays. The office is open, my friends. Brought to you by drroto.com.
Yo, everybody, it's Yo Rider. So let's get to it. Bring the pain!
What's up, everybody? It's Heat Override, and I'm ready to bring the pain for you and Dr. Roto this week. Ooh, yeah. What's up, Dan? How you doing today?
Oh, man, like every week, I'm tired, brother. I'm tired.
It's a reoccurring theme. It's kind of what it is going on.
It's every week, man. It's every week.
It's every week. Our jobs just wear us down and everything. Whew. And, you know, it's at the end of on Thursday, of course, right before a Rams game, the big division game, well, not so big. Like, the 49ers have their whole starting lineup out, and the Rams are probably just going to stomp the shit out of them. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. We're also going to I'll have a DFS lineup, a showdown lineup, actually two of those. I'll have two of those for tonight's game, and we'll have this podcast done by then. And, of course, if all of you are new to the Fight Club of Pain, the Fight Club of Pain is a show at Dr. Roto where Dan and I go through a certain number of fights. We're doing 5 fights today, and with those 5 fights, we're going to be putting those together and making it happen for everybody. We're going to give you the bets, the parlays. We're going to give you the DFS plays, and I'll even do a simulator bet as well too. Also,
with fight theory. With fight theory.
Yes, fight theory. Fight theory is what I actually have that written in there with the fight theory because that's a big part of this show. It actually goes back to last week when we were talking about the finish that could happen between Olberg and Reyes. And I said the jab hook was going to do it, and it's what's happened, Dan. We nailed it.
Yeah. Too bad I took the other guy.
Well, the other guy also got beat up by one of your featured fighters. So that was kind of funny. Knocked him out with a spinning elbow. So that seems to be, I get it's a sneaky attack, right? So, yeah, you know who I'm talking about.
I know who you're talking about.
You know who I'm talking about. Oh, yeah. All right, everybody. That's what's going to happen. So I really like it, but we'll go over it real quick. I went 9-3 overall for my picks. I went 3-0 on the show. Of course, as Dan just said, he picked Reyes. He went 2-1. Everything went really great for us. The fact, dude, so I didn't really talk to you about this, but Tavares, who went against Jack Jenkins, was practically 25 to 30% owned on the DFS slates. The simulator put Tavares in a lineup, as well as Charlie Campbell. And I just didn't, I was like, okay, I get it, because this is what happened. And I just wanted those in. This is where being a fighter is smarter than actually a computer. The simulators were broken once they killed the both middle of that lineup. Once Misalif's fight was called off, and then, of course, the hamburger versus steak fight, Tafa! Once that fight was called off, the simulator could not pull any numbers from the middle of the card and was completely lost, leading to Tavares and Campbell being highly owned and also both losing. So to me, again, that's why fight theories is huge for not only us, but everything. Right, Dan?
That's right. I mean, if you don't know the fighters, then what are you going to bet on? You gotta know who you're betting on.
Exactly. And the thing is, I think that this world is more enamored with tough bets, wink, and other things like that, because they want to make that big money. But the problem is you can't make money off the money line, as we'll see when we get to the parlay of pain, which is the 5-leg parlay that I put out at the end of this episode as well, too. So you get that too. And with that being said, when you take a step back and you look at the whole volume and what's going on, this is what fighters can pick out and do. And that led to the Olberg finish. It was one of those things I could see. And there's a few things that do worry me about a fighter we were just talking about against one of the fighters I will be featuring, because I feel that he leaves himself open, and I can almost explain that because we have a similar background, karate. So, all right, I know everybody's all jacked up. We want to get some bets going. I got the Rams going. I'm about to be jumping around, winning some money. Get the subs only Discord at Dr. Roto and win money today. Be our rich friend. Use code word WIN and you will get it. Literally, there's already lineups. There's already bets in there right now, and everybody's running the simulators. I don't know. I don't know what more I can do for you, but heck, I'll throw in an NFL Showdown simulator lineup for tonight too. That's what we do. All right, Dan, let's get to it. Let's get to the first fight. Let's get to the card. UFC 320. Ankalaev vs. Pereira 2. Abbas and Magomedev versus Joe Pyfer. Dan, talk about it.
Man, you always struggle saying Magomedov's name. So
I know what's wrong with me, man. You're like, dude, every week.
I'm gonna start with Magomedov, man. He's 4-2 in the UFC, and he uses a strong, steady pace and his long reach to control the distance in every fight he's in. He has a nasty front kick that he throws to both the body and the head. He might land one clean if Pfeiffer loads up like he always does, man. He wants to dictate the distance and not let Pfeiffer get comfortable. Pfeiffer, man, he's 5-1. He's one of the hardest punchers in the entire UFC, not just in this division. But his best advantage in this fight will be his wrestling and takedowns, because I don't think he could outbox Magomedov. His submission game is strong too. Magomedov has 2 submission losses already and looks lost when he's on his back. Pfeiffer should use those big shots to get inside and take it to the ground.
I agree with that 100%, Dan. You know, you just nailed it right there when you were talking about Abbas and the way his nasty kicks lead up to his crazy blitz style. What's really nuts about this fight is that both of these fighters are reckless at times in their blitzes. So this, for me, automatically spells under, because there's no way with the amount of attacking and some of the stuff that I watched on Abbas, just the way he picks his shot, kind of moves in and kind of gets in it. Now, I don't think he'll be able to pick two. He'll be able to pick like an entry shot, and maybe that can slow Pyfer coming in, allowing him to be able to blitz Pyfer. But at the same time, Pyfer's the stronger of the two. If this goes to the ground, I could see Pyfer easily being able to get up and overcome him on the mat. Do you agree with that?
Oh, yeah, but Magomedov never shoots takedowns, man. He's not one of those Dagestani fighters. He does not like to fight on the ground.
Yeah, and I'm only bringing that up because I did see him try to shoot box a little bit, and that was just on random fights that was early in his career, maybe some of the PFL tape I was looking at or whatever organization he was part of at that point. But, yeah, like, he's decent there, but this fight is going to stay on the ground or stay on their feet, and they're going to slug each other out, and you would think the guy with more power should win that fighting exchange. Dan, who do you got winning?
My prediction is Pfeiffer wins by decision, but I like the late second, early third round knockout.
Ooh, early second, third round knockout. All right, let's run through it. So I have for both fighters. Distance is -260. Knockout for both fighters, -115. Sub is a +360. So on the Pyfer side, they are really, 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 really in on him right now. He's going to be the one that would do the submitting. So with that being said, also his first and second round knockout is a 180. And I know that I think I saw it was a 360 for the 2/3. So as Dan said, the combination on the second, third round is a 400 now. It went up. So that's good for you. Distance, no, in money line on the Pyfer side is a -128. On the Abbas side, because you know I'm crazy, I got it, right? First and second round knockout, Abbas wants to make a statement. After Pyfer did what he did against the Burrito Bandit, now if this fight gets canceled because I mentioned the food, it's not my fault. But, and we all know that I hate everybody. Joe Pyfer is in this match. We're just not going to say anything more. But I
like him, man. I like Joe Pyfer.
I do too. I don't mind him. He's won us a lot of money. Other than not knocking out the Burrito Bandit, but we all know why. The burrito bandit packed on a few extra burritos that night, and he was able to withstand a little bit of that power from Pfeiffer. But I think Abbas being the smaller of the two, practically, and with the less power, even though Abbas has power,
Yeah.
I feel that that's going to be over. But also, money line, no distance for Abbas is a plus 321. Knockout in sub for Abbas. Now, I don't think he's subbing Pfeiffer, but you don't know, is a plus 380. And then, of course, on the Pfeiffer side, the negative 340 for the decision, no bet. And then, of course, knockout sub for Pfeiffer is negative 180. So it's leading under. That's what we're going to play. And we're going to play a combination of those. Believe in the first and second round from Abbas. And then I think if it goes late, like Dan was talking about, it's going to end up being where the power wins. But Dan did say that at first, he did say that he was going to say Pfeiffer with distance.
Yep.
And that's a plus 194, taking that money line in distance with Pfeiffer to a plus 331. That's not bad at all, brother. I like it. It's good. All right. Let's move along. This fight right here is the fight that features the glitch. The glitch on one of the sports books. So we're going to be talking about Josh Emmett versus Yusuf Zalal. Dan, talk about it.
All right. We've already talked about Josh Emmett twice on this show. So he's 40 years old. And he's 1-3 in his last 4 fights. But all of the losses came from the top 3 in the division. He lost to Ilia Topuria, Yair Rodriguez, and Laron Murphy. Those are his 3 losses in the last 4 fights. I think Emmett still has gas in his tank, and he's still considered one of the hardest hitters in this division. No matter where the fight goes, he always has a puncher's chance. Zalal, he's on a 7-fight winning streak, and he literally destroyed Calvin Kattar in his last fight. Like, destroyed him. He's
that's a lot of money.
Yeah. He has a similar style to Laron Murphy, where he pops in and out of range, uses his quickness and a snappy jab. He has good takedowns, great submission skills, and he has power that wears people down. If he stays disciplined and doesn't get into a brawl with Emmett, he should be able to pick him apart.
I agree with that. 100%. So looking at it, of course, like you said, Josh Emmett, that everybody talked about that power, that the power that he's able. I do think and believe that Josh Emmett can and could knock out Zalal, but Zalal is a huge favorite. And just like you said, Zalal can mix it up at any level right now. He's the hotter of the 2 fighters right now. And it'll be hard to finish Josh Emmett. It will be hard to finish Josh Emmett. But of course, with Zalal, the way he's been fighting, I just got to look at it. So when I look at the numbers, another distance under, yes, is a negative 270. The knockout, though, it's kind of weird because they had the knockout was a plus 390. And I was like, well, wait a minute. And then the sub is a plus 600. So you're telling me that it's not going to go the distance, but there's going to be no way to finish. You're going to give me these good numbers on this finishes. So this right here is why I'm saying in leading to one of the glitches on this fight, for this fight. So these numbers could be miscued in some ways. And we'll explain that real fast. And then you're going to see, you're going to have to go get this sports book. So when I mention the sports book, you open it up, you go to the betting site, and you hit this bet. Just because when they hear this happen, they're going to take it down. And this finish may not happen, but if it does, you're going to get 4 times the amount because of the glitch right now. And I know right now everybody's like, what? This is what we do at Dr. Roto. Like, okay, maybe it's just me or something. I'm the one that just stumbles across it. Everybody else keeps it to themselves. But I'm like, hey, look, there it goes. But that's because they pay more attention to the money line. So I'm going to throw this in there. We'll get back to the fight theory. Under 2.5 rounds. Love it. Plus 290. That gives you both fighters. Gives you every kind of finish that you could need. If you just want to play that, play a unit or 2 on that one right there. But if you think it's going to go hit, decision no bet for Zalal is a negative 152. And then decision or distance, yes, money line is a negative 217 for Zalal. Again, it's going distance. Now check this out. First and second round knockout, plus 850 for Zalal. Second to third round sub, why? because maybe Emmett's power gets a little expunged trying to do what we're about to explain, what I'm about to explain here, and he gets caught up in himself at the end, is a plus 2,000. So I want all of you to remember, if Zalal taps him in the second and third round, you heard it at the Fight Club of Pain, right? That's what we do.
Man.
Yeah, I'm coming at it, bro.
You called it before I did.
I did. And so we got it. So knockout in points for Zalal, negative 279. Now, knockout in points for Emmett is plus 390. The reason why I bring up that and Emmett's decision no bet is a plus 122. Now, if you just want to stay away from that and you think it's going to go, here's where you get your kicker. Go ahead and play Josh Emmett and the money. Go to FanDuel. Hi, FanDuel. How you doing? Right? Go to FanDuel. Go to Josh Emmett. Hit money line and hit no distance. You'll see a plus 454. Now take distance and make it a distance of yes. The yes is a negative 290, and you're going to get a plus 939 right now. Hit it before it's gone. I put 2 units on it right now, so that's that. So my unit's 5. Some people doesn't think that's tough enough. Throw down 10, whatever you want to do. I'm going to get money back on this if this goes the distance, and if Josh Emmett can outbox and take Zalal to the card. Do you think a finish like that is possible, Dan?
It is finished. And he, like I said, Emmett always has a puncher's chance, man. Always. Like that man hits people and puts them in the shadow realm.
And so all that, you combine both of those, and right now you're getting a ×4 on that bet on FanDuel. And that bet on FanDuel right now, like I said, it's bloated. They should be the other way around, because no distance is, or it's no distance is a plus 200. So a plus 360 and a plus 200 equaling a plus 464, when a plus 360 and a negative 290 equals a plus 936. I know why they hate me. But you know what? If somebody like that is able to find a flaw like that, that's the type of team you want in your corner, and you can find us at Dr. Roto. Office is always open. Dan, that's crazy. Who you got winning?
All right. So you brought it up. I'm going to show you my notes right now. So it's I got Zalal by second round submission.
What? There it is. That's why you said, when I said sub, you were like, oh, he's going to get it. So look, you get the sub.
I wrote those yesterday. This is before you even said anything.
And Dan and me we talk a little UFC, but Dan likes to keep it vanilla. So I try to do my best to keep that. But then we get to the day, and when something like this happens, when two great minds come together, then it's probably the finish that should happen. Let's just run that. And when it happens, like I said, just take that money and join Dr. Roto, because we're out to win money tonight on the Rams too. That's going to be easy. Goodbye, 49ers. There's all my childhood abuse for Joe Montana and Steve Young for all those years. Now you're going to get Stafford. We're going to get staked. All right. Yeah. So you got Zalal, second round. I got Zalal. Also, first, I don't know if I said it. I'm taking Joe Pyfer, and by knockout. Knockout and sub Joe Pyfer. That's me all day. Got it right there. Negative 180. But Zalal, I got him winning. Of course, I loved his decision, no bet, the negative 152. That's the safest, and also the under 2.5. That's a safe too. I'm hitting both those, hitting that second, third round sub at 2,000. I'm also going to hedge myself with Emmett distance, because they want to give us a gracious plus 935. I love you, FanDuel. And I know you don't love me, but that's okay. We can have fun at this love and hate game. We can act tough. But in the end, there's still love. Yeah. That's a little hang for somebody. Anyway, so we got that. Let's move along. So, because it's October, we decided, why not do a double-tober? We're going to do a double feature before the main event, and this is how we're going to do it. We're going to do it And you know how we do it. We always bring our stuff in together. Let the music hit.
Do it like that, 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 do it like that.
In this corner, we have the vet, the man bun king himself, Yuri Postak, versus Khalil Roundtree. Dan, defend your fighter.
All right, I got Yuri Prohaska on this one, man. Prohaska's dynamic, unpredictable stand-up game makes him a mismatch and a nightmare for everyone in this division. He's crazy unorthodox movements, and his ability to switch stances and attack from every angle force his opponents into defensive shells most of the time. He thrives in chaos of the firefights, and his ability to recover when he's rocked is unlike anybody in this division. He has championship experience, composure, and a high fight IQ. He excels when methodical fighters try to figure him out.
Yeah. I love everything you said about that and how my heart loves his karate style. I can't help talk about the warhorse Khalil Roundtree himself. Oh yeah, you got 14 wins, 9 knockouts. Yo, when this man gets finished, he gets finished 4 out of 6 times, and that's okay because he gets back up. He makes it. He's active. He's from Syndicate MMA. He sits it down. He uses his Muay Thai kicks for the legs, for the midsection. He throws to the head. He comes down the pipe with punches. We just seen him take out Jamal Hill, and we can talk all about Jamal Hill the way we want, but Jamal Hill is a decent fighter, and we put money on the Roundtree of manhood of candidacies, right? His father, unfortunately, was murdered during a robbery while he was the tour manager for the Boys to Men. And this is why Khalil Roundtree fights with a fire, with a hunger, with the power of every single thing of his life, because he knows what it's like to be backed into a corner. He won't shell up, and he will come forward, whether he lives or dies. Yeah. Woo! Oh, man, but I will say, I love Yuri. Dude, when you said when people rock him and he kind of gets all shifty and stuff and just walks away, it reminds me of point fighting. 100. And how do you beat a point fighter? You stick in their face and you got it. You never let up.
You stand in the pocket. You stand in the pocket with a point fighter. With a point fighter, you stand in the pocket. You don't move around. You stand in the pocket and you chase them.
Yep. And that's what and Khalil keeps his hands up. He could catch that spinning elbow like he did on Reyes. And we're talking about Yuri. Now, I knew you knew like that we were talking about that.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, when you see those fights and you see what Yuri can do, and he reminds me of another, I will say there's a world champion we're gonna get to real soon here, but he reminds me of Derek, our world champion. When Derek kind of just rolls into a corner and kind of just looks away, if you look at his eyes, he looks like he's rocked sometimes when he is rocked, because he's not really looking at his opponent. And then when he does the hand in the front, that's stuff I do. I do that. We're taught to feint. He feints and then he slips it in, and he has enough power to get down there. Now I agree. Khalil has to keep this in the pocket, man.
Who do I got? I got we've talked about this before. Khalil Roundtree is one of my favorite fighters in the UFC.
Yes.
He actually is my wife's favorite fighter in the UFC.
Yeah.
But my prediction, I got Yuri by a 4th round knockout.
Yuri. Is this one in 4? This one is in 4 rounds, is it? You mean 3rd round?
Oh, 3rd round knockout. 3rd round knockout.
3rd round.
Yeah.
That will warm me up for the next fight, though. All right, 3rd round knockout for Yuri.
I wrote 3rd round. I didn't. I don't know why I said 4th.
Dan's gonna show you his notes. We write things down, people.
Again.
All right, and I really do agree. I agree with you as well too. 3rd round knockout for Yuri is a plus 750, and I agree with that. We'll run through the numbers. Distance, no, -310. Knockout, -220 for both fighters. On the Khalil side, because he is the dog, his decision no bet is a +210. We know it's not going to the distance, people. So if you're going to put money on Khalil, decision no bet, way to go. Also, second to third round knockout. If Khalil can somehow get Yuri to get a little rocked in kind of, what was it? It was Pereira. It was the other one, the crappy Pereira.
Michael Pereira.
Not him. The other one. The other one.
Because Michael sucks too.
Yeah, he sucks too. There's another side. Anyway, I'm having a brain fart right now. But when he got that, he could definitely get it. Let's just put it that way. Money line in distance no for Roundtree is a +271. When we get over to the Yuri side, money line in distance no is a -127. First and second round knockout, which is what I was rolling, is +150. Also, knockout sub is a -125, and decision no bet is a -280. But honestly, I don't see either one of these guys lock it up, so I'm going for the negative. I'm going to take that knockout, -220. I'm going to 3-unit that. I'm also going to follow Dan's +750 on the third. I'm going to roll with the third, the first and second round. And since we got the money on him, second and third round, as well as a +260, we have all of our positives in line, and that's how you got the play. So what is that? Does that tell you anything? I mean, it tells us we know what we're going to do, that this fight should go under.
Yeah.
And do you think that Khalil can do it if he keeps it close?
Yeah, I think this is going to be a kickboxing fight. I really do. I don't think this is going to the ground. I don't think there's going to be any clinches, and unless Khalil does that Muay Thai clinch around the neck and throws knees.
Yeah.
I don't see any real clinching against the fence.
Yeah. You just made me think about that. Like, that would be the way if he could catch Yuri, but Yuri's a big dude.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
He's a big dude. This ain't like Jamal Hill bigger than, like Khalil's he's a strong, muscular man.
Yeah.
But like this dude's like a thick dude. And so like I don't know if him reaching up and grabbing that would help, but I think that would help his game in being able to get close, keep him close, and finish him. But I don't think Yuri's gonna let that happen at all.
No. I mean, Khalil does have devastating Muay Thai clinch. I mean, he just grips people up and he doesn't let go, and he throws those knees to the body and the head. But I don't see it getting that close. I don't see Prohaska letting him get into the pocket as much as he needs to be.
I agree, and that's where I was bringing up Derek. He steps off a lot. When he steps off, and that's Yuri. When he steps off, he gives that side look. Right? That's what I'm saying. He doesn't let himself. If he feels he's getting tore up, he steps out immediately.
Yeah.
So that would be the only time that Khalil would have to just give everything he's got. If he feels he's got a knock on him, and that would be practically his best chance to finish this fight. If that finish happens, then we'll be looking good. But no matter what, we have coverage of all this fight right now. All right, let's go. Let's get to the next one. I mean, this could be fight of the night, or it could be the most boring fight of the night.
Co-main.
The co-main, we got to get it. This is the co-main event. We're not going to play the song again. It's the challenger, Cody Sandhagen vs. Merab Devalevich. Dan, defend your fighter.
All right. So I got a couple questions for you, Rob.
Yes.
What do Marlon Moraes, Jose Aldo, Peter Yan, Henry Cejudo, Sean O'Malley, and Umar Nurmagomedov have in common?
They have all been submitted by Merab.
They've all been ragdolled by Merab. And
yes.
What else do those fighters all have in common?
They're also great fighters and champions.
All of them, well, most of them were former champions, and they're all better than Corey Sandhagen.
They're all better than Corey Sandhagen. Oh boy, I didn't know you hated him that much.
So we got Merab the Machine, man. He's on a 13-fight winning streak. He has not lost since 2018, and he's only lost 2 rounds since 2018. 2 rounds. That's it. He ragdolls everybody, and he just beats you up. I mean, there's nothing that this man cannot do in the octagon.
Okay. Well, all right.
I'm done. That's all I got. That's all I got.
Right. That's it. We're talking about Corey Sandhagen here, man. We're talking about high altitude martial arts. We're going back to the BJJ brown belt himself. 2 weeks from today, when we air, I will be a brown belt myself. Hopefully, if I don't fail my test. Let's hope for it. He also fights for the Forge Fight Club. Not the Fight Club of Pain, but the Forge Fight Club. He's still with them. In his 4 losses, he's only been subbed once, and he's had 4 decisions. That's key, because in one of his fights, he was wrapped up on Alcantara real fast. Alcantara, whatever. Anyway, he was wrapped up real fast. His arm was bent back. His arm looked like it literally snapped off. It was held in this position for almost a minute. He was able to turn it around, almost get rewrapped, and also end up on top and get the finish in that round. That is amazing. The fact that he has 11 finishes in 8 knockouts of those 11 finishes shows that he needs to use his karate background. His karate background is actually great. He is a WKA world champion, just like my guy Derek. So he has the kicks. He has the punches. When I was watching these highlights of him again, just getting freshened back up on Corey Sandhagen, I was like, wow, look at that. He has the intensity, the ferocity to beat Merab, but I don't think he's going to beat Merab. Dan, how do you feel, man?
My prediction?
Yeah.
My prediction is Merab by a 5-round mauling.
So he's going the distance then.
Oh, yeah. He's going to beat him up for all 5 rounds.
Distance. I mean, I think it's going the distance too.
Yeah, he's going to 50. He might get 2 10-8 rounds. So, yeah. I'm saying he gets at least 2 10-8 rounds. So it hit 50 to 42, 50, 43. I think that's going to be the score on the cards.
You think that? I mean, that's practically like Dan's looking for a mauling right now. Now, the reason why I brought up that arm bar is because that, I think, is going to lead to Sandhagen being able to get out of those finishes and being able to take it the distance. And I think that he's going to get chances where he's going to be able to stand on the feet with Merab. And Merab does seem to like to box, but like you said, he likes to set it up. Once he gets on you, he's on you. He doesn't let go. And the numbers really show it. The Merab distance, yes, and money line is a negative 213. I was a little crazy. I do think that for some reason, Sandhagen could slip up and get finished, because when I had the 234 last time for Dvalishvili, I'm doing it again. 234 plus 1,800 for the champion. The champion. Decision, no bet. Negative 150. If it goes to the cards, which it will, which it may, but if it goes to the cards, you get your money back. We're just looking for a finish there, right, people? And of course, the distance, yes, is a negative 330. Knockout for both fighters is a plus 420. That is worth a unit, a half unit if you feel like you're not up to par for that. Sub for the fight is a plus 750. So if you just cover the knockout in the sub, then the under 4.5 rounds also is a plus 260. Now, Sandhagen's side, we got decision no bet plus 118. We also have a 3rd, 4th, and 5th round knockout at plus 1,700. Why do I say that? Because if this goes the distance in the 5th round, Sandhagen is going to go all out on him, and he's going to try to knock him out. I want to make sure that I have money on that action if it happens, because we've seen this happen. We watched it happen. We just watched it happen last week when we had the fluky finish, and then we had Neil Magny snatch it up, right? So that's something that can really happen that in this sport. Of course, Sandhagen, distance, yes. Money line together is a plus 571. This is pluses, 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 pluses. You get pluses if you go to the distance. You get pluses if it finishes. Pick your finishes. If you have a questions of which one, hit us up at Subs Only Discord in Dr. Roto. Yes, you'll have to join, but that's what we do. This, you get us for this show right now, and we are live. And you can ask questions. The comments are wide open, people. But right now, if this is what we got, this is what we are. I love it, man. I think those 4 fights that we have covered are amazing, man. It's not just one fight of the night. We're gonna have a main card of the night.
Yeah.
Of the year.
Yeah, this is probably the best. This is probably the best card of the year so far.
The best card of the year, and it could trump every other card going forward. How do you build a card almost like this? I mean, unless you put Kevin Holland on it.
I mean, he's gonna fight again. We know that he's gonna fight again this year. He's gonna fight again.
Dude, they need to put Juice Box. They need to put Juice Box on.
Oh,
on
hold
the
on.
card.
Well, before we get to the main event, man, isn't your boy Patchy Mix fighting on this card?
Yes, he is. Yo, you trying to get my boy Patchy Mix, bro? Yes,
All right,
he's
so
fighting.
He's fighting some no-name dude that doesn't even have a pitcher. He doesn't even have a pitcher.
Dude, he looks. No,
Zero-
but he's got the name like a pitcher.
No
Jacob
pit-
Wislocks.
Yeah, he doesn't even have a pitcher. They picked some dude off the street so Patchy Mix could get a win. And I bet you, and I'm putting it out there, Patchy Mix is getting knocked out.
Yeah. So since Dan's just calling out, I'm picking Patchy Mix, and I'm picking knockout submission for Patchy Mix. I've already got the bet in, but since Dan wants that Jacob,
I want that smoke.
Knockout,
I want that.
He wants that smoke, right? First and second round is plus 2,700. Second and third round is plus 3,500. People, just go throw 50 cents on
what
it,
that
honestly.
smoke?
Go throw 50 cents on both those bets, bro.
I'm putting $10 on that.
Look, the reason why what's really funny is Patchy's submissions is plus 250 and plus 450 on the 1, 2, 2, 3. But dude, Dan, like a lot of people, just did not believe in what Patchy Mix did. The flat feet, getting punched in the lip. He didn't even get punched in the eye.
Over and over.
He got punched in the lip 5,000 times. He literally didn't have no head movement, didn't shoot, had deers in the eyes in the light, and for some reason, I'm still picking him. But
stood there like this. Not like this, and got punched in the bottom lip 72 times in a row. 72
I don't know
times.
how that thing, it should have been split from here to here. It made no sense what was going on with this madness. I was like, dude, seriously.
He sucks. It just proves Bellator was garbage at the end.
You just stay away from my boy Pitbull. Anyway, no, just okay. Patchy Mix, I get it. You know, with those numbers, it's worth it. Look, people, you want tough bets? These are tough bets. Tough bets that if you are willing to put, you say it with your chest. Like I said, $1 wins $27 or $35. You already got that, and you already have everything else that works. So why not take it? And if you want to just at least run it back with that double chance combo of Patchy knockout submission plus 130, you could also do that, because I love the plus 130 for Patchy. That's kind of where
man.
You're right.
He's not even on the prelims. He's on the early prelims. That's how far he fell. That's how far he fell.
That's been a joke. That's been a big joke amongst the community. It's just how bad he is. And this card is going to turn out really fun. There's a lot of like distance looking things, but I think that there could be a lot of statements on this card, which could lead to a little more finishes. What I do notice is that when there's a lot of finishes on a card, this show does really well. Yeah. And so that's what we do. We identify the knockouts, the subs, and then we exploit them. We bring them up. We could talk money line all day, people, and I have a money line because they still won't give me a number on this dude, and I'm trying to definitely get it. But if they give it to me, I will make this live right now. But they still don't. They're scared. FanDuel is scared. They're probably scared right now doing that whole changing the whole numbers thing up right now. But they're still scared about this. But while you're there, put the knockout for Gauthier up already. Gauthier is about to knock Vines right out that dang that octagon. He is gonna.
Yeah, he's gonna destroy that dude. Destroy.
The other guy stepped out because he was like, I
Yeah.
just want my kids to notice my face, and they brought this guy in thinking that he might go into a grape field, and the vines might be able to help grow his face because he ain't gonna be the Swamp Thing because Gautier is gonna take his regeneration right the hell out of him.
Yeah. Now you got Shabazian fighting too, man.
Shabazian is knocking Muniz out. He is knocking him out. He got punked in his last fight, even though he won. He got punked, and Shabazian needs to step it up. And this is going to be a step it up fight, and I think it's time for Muniz to take a step back and do his thing.
Yeah.
So that's my idea. Don't mind the dogs getting crazy, but at that point, is there anything else you wanted to look at on this card?
No, I was just looking at next week. I was listening
Oh.
to you talk and looking at next week.
Look at it next week. Building those DFS lines. Let's get to it.
When you talk about the main event, you gotta talk about the Macho Man Randy Savage. Ooh, yeah.
We have Magomed Ankalaev versus Alex Hotan Pereira. Dan, talk about it.
All right, we already talked about this fight once, where we have a wrestler with hands versus a kickboxer with hands of stone. Ankalaev, man, he's a wrestler. He has beautiful combinations, and he mixes it well with his takedown attempts.
Yeah.
Pereira, he's a kickboxer. He has crazy power. He has what everyone in the industry calls a touch of death, like Conor McGregor's left hand. When he touched you, you were knocked out. I think this fight goes exactly how the first one did. I don't think Poton trains enough to be able to beat Ankalaev, and I think it's going to be the exact same fight we saw last time.
Yeah, a lot of people think that Pereira did win that fight because they felt that he landed more shots. It's what it is. Go on.
I don't understand that. He got beat up.
I thought he got beat.
He got beat up.
When I did my review, the hard hits review on this fight, that's exactly what I said. And I said that he was scared. He defended the takedown so much, he was scared and forgot about his reverse punch. And because he wouldn't throw his backhand, he never exposed Ankalaev to that power that he has. He only gave him the jab, and the jab really wasn't stopping Ankalaev. So, again, this is going to happen. Ankalaev's going to come forward because physically, he is the bigger fighter, in my opinion. He fought like the bigger fighter. He is the bigger fighter. He has more power. He wants that cage push. He put him on the cage multiple times. One time with a punch that sent him coming back. He went in for the finish, and if it wasn't for Pereira's fight instinct, he would have got knocked out right there. But because he's a great fighter, he stepped out of it. And but what I've seen is this man has been constantly boxing. What he needs to do for this fight, Pereira's path to victory, is to let his hands go. And I know everybody else is going to say, so he just needs to punch. No, he needs to punch. He needs to get down. He needs to feel that back of that mat on his neck when he loses that round. He needs to feel that rug burn. He needs to see why he defended that so much, so he's not scared to try to hit him when he comes in. Do you think that theory works at all?
I think the problem with that is I don't think Pereira knows how to get up once he's down.
Okay.
I don't think he has the BJJ skills to actually get up, or the wrestling skills to actually get up when his back is flat on the mat.
Okay. Yep. He's definitely not like Corey Sand hanging on that level.
I think he pulls guard and he holds. He holds. He's one of those guys.
All right.
Kind of like when Derek Lewis gets taken down. He doesn't like to get up.
Yeah. Yeah. He just kind of keeps it there and holds it. Say, let's go to the next round so I can get up and knock you out. pretty much. So, and that's not going to work in this fight. That's not going to work because here's the thing: is Ankalaev has tried and has went on and has said and stated he's going to put the dog down this time. He wants a finish. I do think there could be a finish in this fight, and we can talk about that real quick. But first, Dan, who do you got?
My prediction is Ankalaev by decision, and it's going on. It's going all 5, and it's just going to be the same fight we watched before. Pereira's going to be scared. Pereira's going to be scared to throw his backhand, and
he's just going to defend takedowns the whole time. And
he's going to defend takedowns and throw jabs.
Okay, right. Money line and distance parlayed together for Ankalaev is a plus 126. However, his knockout for his first and second and third round is a plus 400. I don't know why I did this, and I don't think this is probably crazy. And this is one of those ones you might want to throw like maybe 50 cents on again. The second, third, and fourth round submission for Ankalaev is a plus 1800. I bring that up for a reason. Knockout and sub is a plus 195, and a decision no bet is a negative 136. I just said a lot of things, but why I'm doing this is because the decision distance yes is a plus 110. Decision no is a negative 140. It was a negative 110 then. So now the money's coming in on the finish. So as the money comes in on the finish, under 4.5 rounds at negative 128 gives you both fighters. So if you feel scared, you don't want to play any of the numbers I just mentioned or what I'm about to mention, then just play the under 4.5, get a great return at a negative 208. Decision no bet for Pereira is a plus 108. I love it. And I'm holding off on something for a reason. First, second, third round knockout by Pereira is a plus 380. Distance, yes, and money line for Pereira is a plus 425. Play both money lines. You're going to make money both. Take a little bit of money and throw it on. Because I, for some reason, feel the finish happens in the fourth round. And this is why both fighters have a knockout of plus 2,500 in the fourth round. And that is what goes in conjunction with the negative on the negative 128 with the under 4.5. Do those numbers help you tell anything? But ultimately, that everybody's going to start leaning towards maybe the unders, and that we might be able to make some money on the overs.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically exactly what it's saying.
Exactly.
This is a tough one because I mean nothing really jumps out at you. You know what I mean? Like to me, this should have been the co-main, and Marab and Sandhagen should have been the main event.
Yeah, right. That's like the main thing right there. And so when you look at that, for me, I agree with Dan. I think Ankalaev, he retains. I got him winning. I like the knockouts. My heart wants to see Pereira overcome this mountain, this obstacle. So I'm willing, and I have put the bet on the money line distance. Yes, I have put the money line and distance knockouts on all of those as well too. I have covered everything on this fight. So if it goes to distance for every other fighters, of course, when I put a parlay and I put that in, I'm putting a few units on that, because with the other half units and on the knockouts and everything else, if the knockouts happen, you'll make way more money. If none of that happens, and what Dan and me believe is going to happen, you'll at least make your money back, and then hope for the DFS lineups to come in with you on top because you got one of them as your captain, or you played both of them.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I love it, dude. It's what we do.
Yep.
All right. Well, let's get to that NFL lineup real quick, and then we'll get back to it with the parlay of pain. So here goes some crazy NFL showdown state lineups. We're gonna go Kyron Williams, Puka, Nakua, Devontae Adams. We're going Josh Carty, Kendrick Bourne, and Pinheiro. That's kind of like your safe, kind of really safe, but like defensive game. The Rams defense should be in your DFS lineups. The Rams are going to stomp through the 49ers. But what I do like is Captain Robinson. Robinson used to be on the Rams. He gets a little bit of he gets a chance at revenge. They're going to be throwing the whole game. If he gets 4 to 5 catches, that will work out in your captain spot. That money saves you for Puka, Christian McCaffrey, Devontae Adams, Kyron Williams, and Blake Corum, because I feel the Rams are going to run Williams and Corum down their throat. And I think that Puka and Adams can do enough damage. That's an all offense. Of course, subs only Discord, that will have your Rams lineup right there as well too. DFS for this weekend, this is a DK lineup for UFC. It's a weird lineup, so bear with me. We got Ankalaev, we have Shabazian, we got Patchy Mix, we got Dvalishvili, we got Sandhagen. Yes, I'm double tapping on those 2 fights. And we got Brahimija. Brahimija. So, nice. And of course, Brahimija is fighting, he's fighting Austin Vanderford, who should win that fight. But if Brahimaj's hands, power, grappling technique, and being active with subs in his arsenal could net him that win against Vanderford. And on a DFS slate, with that being one of your dogs, because of course Sandhagen's dog, you got both your captains for both your 5. You pull in another 5. I didn't pull in Pereira because he was there, and that's what I got, man. What do you think about that, man? I mean, it's pretty solid.
I like it.
It's pretty much, I'm pretty much sandbagging the main event. I'm grabbing 3 of them, and then I'm just mixing in because there's cheap. If anything happens with Sandhagen and he gets that over, then of course Dvalishvili, that's just gonna be out. But with them both going the distance and be able to get control time, it's more of a safe lineup. It may not take anything down, and that's what I try to do for this. Is there anything you'd like to add?
I'm doing my lineup right now.
All right. Well, while you put that together, I'm gonna get to the parlay of pain. All right. This parlay of pain will pay out better if I'm able to sub it, be able to move it, and those numbers will come in. But right now, those numbers aren't on the site that I use to make the parlay of pain. We're going to go Soriano, knockout and sub, -110. Now, everybody remember, 5 legs, round robin. The parlay of pain has went 2-2, the worst record. It's usually 3-2, 4-5, and has gone 5-0. So we're gonna definitely get that right there. Soriano, -110. Bam. Second leg of that, Patchy Mix, knockout and sub. Funny. +130 brings the 2-leg part of that parlay up to a +339. Shabazian, knockout for both fighters is a -210. That's going to bring it up to a +548. Kind of trying to ride the line. Now, this is the one I'm talking about. Gautier. His money line right now is a -110. It's only going to net you another $5 on this actual parlay, but I want his knockout in there. So when that knockout comes available, put that in this and then round robin both, because you'll get it. But Gautier brings it up to a +607 for a 4-leg. I know, maybe not the best, but here we go. Pfeiffer, knockout for both is a -115. It puts you up to a 12-21 5-leg parlay. We should be able to hit more than 3, 4, or all 5 of those parlays. And I'm telling you right now, I'm giving you finishes, I'm giving you money lines, and we will have a money line parlay in the subs only discard. Dan, that's all you.
All right, man. I got Ankalaev. I got Dvalishvili. I got Khalil Roundtree.
Okay.
I got Brahimaj. Brahimaj. Is that how you pronounce that?
It's Brahimaj, I think.
Brahimaj. And
sounds good.
I picked the dude Wicklats against your boy Patchy Mix.
Oh, dude.
I took him. I took him.
So here's the thing. And this is what I'm saying is this is where taking that chance and being low owned, if that dude comes out 12%, 10% owned, then that's a slate breaker. That is why Jack Jenkins was so huge at 14%. You people and all of you other sites allowed all of those people to disbelieve in Jack Jenkins, Australia's favorite hero, to be 14% owned on the major slates. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, because the Fight Club of Pain gave you Jack Jenkins. And Jack Jenkins at 14% owned was amazing. Thanks for your money. That's saying it toughly.
That's
so
right.
let's do a DraftKings. Let's do a DraftKings showdown slate for tonight. Right here. We're gonna run that. We're gonna run the optimizer. Real quick, give you one build. Look how nice we are at Dr. Roto. Like I said, we want you to be our rich friend. Captain Christian McCaffrey. Man, the optimizer must be drunk. Colby Parkinson, Jordan Whittington. I do like the Whittington play as a Rams fan. Kyron Williams, Matt Stafford, Puka Nacua. That's all right. I give it up. That's cute. It's cute, you know. But let's see if they got the MMA portion up, and then we'll be getting out. Oh, there it is. We got it. Let's give it one build right now. Optimizer. We got Santos, like it. We got Yuri, Pfeiffer, Balashvi, Soriano, Vines. This is why I tell people, Vines. Like, it's a fighters. Like, I went to try to change him out, and the whole thing just broke. It broke. It said Vines. Like, it can't. This is why true fighters and Dan and me and other people like us, but us, most importantly, are more important than optimizers at times. Also, that is what separates the UFC, DFS, and UFC betting from other sports, because they slip up and they miss things like the Josh Emmett distance no, or distance yes and money line for that plus, not Josh. Yeah, it was for plus 939, distance yes and money line. Those things are found by us. And then we're not going to tell you to play Vines. We're going to tell you just take that lineup and take it another direction, because that's not good. And look, Vines wins, I get it. Whatever. You can come back on this show next week and say we suck. But guess what? I'm telling you, Gauthier is going to knock that man's face out of that ring.
And look, man, if Patchy Mix wins, I will apologize next week.
Dude, yeah, whatever. You don't gotta apologize to me.
No, I'm not going to apologize because he sucks.
He does. You're gonna probably crack a beer when he gets punched in the lip the first time.
Yes, I probably will. And I'm just gonna text you the whole time.
You're gonna send a meme. It's gonna be some guy getting hit in the lip or flicked in the lip or something. It's gonna be something weird. It's great, man. People wild, man. You got anything else, Dan?
That's it, man. It's gonna be a good card, man. I can't wait.
All right, man. I'm ready for the Rams to dominate the 49ers. I can't wait till the Rams meet the Seahawks. We're gonna beat the brakes off of you, just like we're gonna watch Gauthier beat the brakes off of Vines, because Gauthier is real fighter theory in UFC against computer fighter theory in your little optimizers. That's what being tough's about. Thank you, Dan, as always, for setting time aside.
Anytime, man.
On Fight Club. All right, man. I love you guys. Have a great day. And always remember to bring the pain.
Yo, everybody. It's your body.
Go Rams!
So let's get to it.
Thanks for stopping by the office. Get your fancy prescription by subscribing to the channel and checking out drroto.com. Until the next visit, be well and take care.